Wicked. I've got the ball numbers up as well.
Belter.
Who are you hoping for?
Home one and an easy one. Hang on.
What drugs you on?
Oh, we are live. We are live. Sorry if you've caught any of that little chat there, but yeah,
Aye.
welcome to Newcastle Fans TV, where me and myself and you,
Me,
are
myself, and I.
waiting for the draw for the fourth round to start. Just on the break now, and surprisingly, Joe, we think the draw's going to start on time.
Aye, and now, which is a huge shock because they never do these things on time. They're always about 10 minutes late, aren't they?
I mean, the Carabao one is horrendous. I mean, at least this one's on before the game actually starts, and we're not waiting until about 10:15. Virgin on 11 by the time they do the Carabao one. So
Hate them late ones. The late ones are always because you're sitting there and you're just anticipating it, and then you get it, and you know you're going to be up for like an hour afterwards talking about the draw and stuff. You end up. I was having a pretty late night. You wake up the next day,
and people just want to get to bed. Like, I mean, at least if we get Liverpool away here, we're getting it nice and early. We can go to bed and deal with it. But I guess that is the big question. I'll ask you, Joe, the people that are watching right now, who were you all hoping for to get in the fourth round of the FA Cup?
Me personally, I'm really hoping to get the home draw with Wrexham. I just think with Wrexham it'll be a nice, wholesome matchup because we're both clubs who've recently been taken over in the past couple of years. We've got so much like heart behind where I think Wrexham have got quite a good fan base as well. So I just think if we get in a home draw with them, it'll be a really good showing. What about yourself?
I think just for the magic of the cup, I think Maidstone would be absolutely buzzing if they drew us at St James's Park. It's the kind of draws that the FA Cup's made for, like the Premier League Titans taking on a non-league team. I think they'd be buzzing. I mean, especially getting half a gate of it, what will be a sellout. That's massive to a non-league club. So I think for a team like Maidstone, it'd be incredible. That being said, I wouldn't mind a team like Plymouth. I don't know why. I think I've always had like a soft spot for them, and I don't know whether it's because I quite like Pie Face. He's always speaking well of Newcastle, and then it's where we confirmed promotion back to the Prem back in 2010. So I wouldn't mind a Plymouth. I wouldn't want them away, mind. I wouldn't want to be making the trip down there.
That's way too far going away to that. Like, I'm definitely not wanting the Plymouth away. No chance at all. I think I probably speak for most of the fan base where we do just want a home draw of some sort, isn't it? Like,
Well, I mean,
bring that.
with how our luck's been, we've got the only team that will have drawn in home in cup competition so far has been Man City. So hopefully we'll have it a little bit lighter than that. But I don't know what you've got the ball numbers in front of you, mate. I don't know whether you want to have a quick run through on the notable ones.
Right, so notable ones. I mean, Premiership teams. Obviously, we've got Luton. They're number one. Oh, is this the draw starting?
This is
So
the
we've got
draw.
I1, Luton 3, Liverpool.
Time.
I can't believe this. Oh, happy days. Let's get the volume up a little bit so we can hear what's happening here. We've got the likes of Liverpool number 3, West Ham or Bristol City number 6, Spurs are number 7, Fulham number 8, although I don't think Fulham are a massive threat at the minute. And now we've got to look out for Leeds as such, being, so they're number 12.
Yeah, I think Leeds would be a decent game. Again, it's a team you want at home.
I would like to have Leeds at home. It's quite always an emotional tie with us and Leeds as well, isn't it?
Let's have a look. Matt Brown said Plymouth home. Wouldn't mind that. Mass debater that we I don't know whether we want to dox out Carl or not, but Carl is in the chat. Hello, Carl. He's
Carl.
saying hopefully Sunderland. I think we all know why that won't be happening.
Aye, why won't it be happening again? What happened on Saturday?
I don't know. Did something big happen on Saturday?
I feel like I will not get too dirty. Some people who support Newcastle United, obviously, definitely got smashed out of the FA Cup, like, didn't it?
I think there was something about the FA Cup made me get smashed, but was just incredible. I mean, the nerves I had going into the game were gone within about 2 minutes. As soon as we started playing that high press, and I saw that Michael Beale had sent them out to play out from the back, it was just it was always going to go one way.
It was a dominating performance. Like, I was loving watching it. They're still waffling. Oh no, they're ready to go.
Ready? We've got Ryan saying, "How are the lads from New Zealand?" Hello, Ryan.
Come on, Ryan.
Kevin says,
Kiwi Geordie.
not Brighton away. Kevin from Canada. I mean, I would complain about making that trip from here. I wouldn't want to make it from Canada.
No.
Balls in the tub.
Looking out for number 15, everyone. Number 15.
Have we got any conspiracies in the chat? That's what I want to know. Is anybody thinking that there's some balls are warm? Makes you think. Again, our record at Watford's been dodgy. This is one I wouldn't mind missing out on. All Championship.
Oh, that's alright. I like seeing Championship teams get drawn against the Premier League teams, me.
Yeah. Especially the ones that have got the points to prove, like your Leicesters and the ones that are actually pushing for promotion, because you're getting a little snippet of what's to come next year. Oh. Liverpool are still there. Man City are still there. So again, guys, if you're not watching live, we're looking out for number 15. Hopefully that comes out first. Will probably end up biting me words here, Joe, but Newcastle never come out first, ever. They're never one of the first ones. You're always waiting ages. And
I just want to say that's going across the board as well, because with the women's team, we've drawn so many away games this season as well. It's just it's crazy. And we've beat Manchester teams constant. Like, we've got Manchester United in the 4th round this weekend, the women. So
that's West Brom, Brentford or Wolves. So I guess that's a Premier League tie dodged. The more the Premier League teams come out before us, the better, really. Yeah. Not that, I mean, if we've got a home draw, I fancy against anyone. But
honestly, the only Premier League team I don't want is Liverpool, because got such a horrible record against Liverpool.
And I mean, I know we beat Man City already, but they've got De Bruyne back, and it's just, I wouldn't fancy it. Oh, I think number 13's out. That's Leicester City.
Number 3, how about Liverpool?
Number 32. The numbers are going down in Liverpool, Man City.
It's got
still there.
Oh, it barely starts going as it starts getting further and further down. You see them big teams. It's horrible, isn't it?
Ooh, another all Championship tie.
That'll be quite a good game, that.
Here we go. Chelsea's just came out on first. Here we go. Number 15. Oh God, number 18, which is Aston Villa. Big tie, that big tie.
Yes.
That'll be a big team going out.
Good for us.
Number 11, Ipswich Town, doing very well in the Championship at the minute. Probably exceeding most people's predictions at the start of the year. Obviously, only just coming up from League One.
Give them a nice Premier League team.
Number 30, Maidstone United, going up to a Championship club. Hopefully be a big gate for them, hopefully.
Going to be a tough one for them to try and get through against Ipswich, like.
Oh, here we go. Number 3, Liverpool. They're playing at
home. Oh, no. I've seen loads of people saying it's going to be us, this. No, how I know.
Against number 5, Norwich and Bristol Rovers. We're safe.
Yes!
We're not going to Anfield. That's great news.
Buzzing about that.
Number 7, Tottenham are out. would I want
Another
to be
risky
playing
one.
Tottenham away right now? Number 21, Man City, Tottenham.
Man
That's
City.
another big, big
Ooh,
time. We've dodged the teams we wanted to dodge. We'll have,
get in.
we'll have to.
I'm happy with who's left. Yeah, like I'm very happy with who's left.
We're very happy. Just want to see number 15 come out first now. It's a number 12. And I guess if this is going to be a late kick-off, you know this is the one you'd probably want. You're not travelling too far. But it's going to be Leeds, Plymouth.
Fine,
Hey,
fine.
you take any of them now, don't you? Even Man United.
Even the Man United one, I'm happy. We'll dust them.
Number 17, Crystal Palace or Everton. And they're going to be playing either Luton or
Wigan
Gold.
Man United. Oh, yeah. Anyway, laughing, like.
We want number 15 coming out and then at 31. Oh, this is Newport or Eastleigh. Oh.
Come on. Fulham.
Number 20, that's Wigan or Man United gone. And I have to say, I mean, apart from the Maidstone game, there's not been a massive cup upset yet. I'd love Wigan to go and do it tonight.
That'd be lovely,
23,
wouldn't it?
Sheffield United, they're at home too.
I don't like that bottom camera, you can see too much.
Number 4, they're away to Brighton.
Howe, home! Come on, home! Howe, home!
Oh, nah, just picked out number 8. We're away to Fulham.
Has. Oh, right, fair.
It's one you would have taken before the draw was done. I mean, Fulham battered them away last season. Hopefully, we can do the same in the
This
cup.
season.
I mean, we've been overdue an FA Cup run, haven't we? I mean, this is a competition which we've had nothing but upset from for the past couple of years. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Going out in second and third rounds and that. I think with Fulham, we've got a very good chance, especially I think like now we've had a rocky away form this season, right? But when you consider that goal, that game against Sunderland, I think we've got a chance now to have a little bit of a morale resurgence, start spiking up, take it to Fulham, and that's more morale if we can go there and smash them as well, kick them out the cup. I think it's time for us to go on a nice little FA Cup run. And and that's sad we're out the Champions League, we're out the Carabao Cup, and now that, but we've got loads off the workload now. Players are starting to come back. We're in the January window. If there's any time to go for any silverware, I think it's with this FA Cup, like especially with that draw. Aye. Sad it's not St James's though.
When you look at the teams that are playing each other as well, you've got Tottenham and Man City. The big team's going to go out there. Villa, Chelsea, big team going out there. Liverpool have got a bit of an easier one. Man United, if they get past Wigan, they've got an easiest one. When you look at it, it's there to compete in this year, and it's if we can get a FA Cup run, I'll be more than happy with how the season's gone. You know, I mean, with what happened in the Champions League was unfortunate. Yes, we should still be in a European competition if a competent official was doing the PSG away game all the way through. Let's say. But yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I think we can beat Fulham away, and like you say, Joe, I think Saturday was the right catalyst that we needed to kind of pick the season back up. You mentioned we've got players coming back, and rumours going that players are going out. Apparently, there's a non-starting first 11 player they're looking to get rid of. I mean, I don't know who that could possibly be that's going to pick up any value. And I mean, I guess it's not really transfer fee they're going to be looking at. It's more going to be getting another bit of wage off the wage bill. In the likes of it, probably could be a Mankey or someone like that. Joe, who do you think it could probably leave this month?
I've got to admit, out of everyone you've just said, the one person who I would probably like to see leave the team, Mankey, I don't think he's got any sort of, I mean, with no disrespect, I don't think he's got any use to our squad now. But again, you go back to it. I mean, how much you're getting for someone like Javier Mankey? You're not getting a hell of a lot. I mean, You look at anyone, I think it's definitely wage bill because we've got a lot of dead weight on the wage bill. I would hope that we get rid of a few others. I know a lot of people are probably unfavourable, but I would like to see likes of Kraft and that go. Cheers for what you've done, but it's time to just start clearing that wage bill and being able to bring some bigger players in. I reckon you shout a Mankio. I reckon it's probably going to be someone like a Mankio. Yeah,
Yeah, see,
yeah.
like, I've got to disagree on Kraft though because I just think he's become a proper Eddie Howe player. He's just improving every time he plays, and he looks decent. I think he's only hampering has been the amount of injuries he's had, unfortunately. But yeah, Laura's just put in there saying, "Is it true that Longstaff's up for sale if it wants to come up?" No, apparently not looking to let him go. I think Sean's getting a lot of stick over the last couple of weeks, and I think you've got to know as well that he's been playing massively out of position on the opposite side to which he usually was. He was commanding again. I think playing back on the right hand side against the Mackhams. But I don't think he's one I would like to see go, Joe.
Definitely not. I know a lot of people like talk about you like so your Dan Burn and you Sean Longstaff sort of being a little bit behind where we want to be right now. But I don't think that. I think Sean Longstaff's one of these players who, if you watch him on the TV, you don't see him do a hell of a lot. You see him miss a few shots. If you go and watch him in the stadium, you see all his off the ball work. You see how much he's marking players. You see how many times he's knocking that ball back into a black and white possession. Um, he's very powerful for this team, super powerful, and I would not like to see Sean Longstaff go. I know we're never going to get a mega price for Sean Longstaff. That's going to change a lot. And even if we were going to get that, I wouldn't want to take it. He's too important. We need these homegrown players there. Look how important the likes of Dan Burn were on air Saturday, just for the fact of having him on the pitch, a real Geordie boy. Now, we can't let Sean Longstaff go, not at all. I'd rather see someone like Miguel Almiron go than I would Sean Longstaff.
I think we all know my thoughts on Miggy, especially in the LFTV group chat. Like you say, Joe, Sean Longstaff does a lot of graphing. I think he's probably one of the only players where it's acceptable to say, "Oh, he graphs," because look, I love Miggy. He had it. Hang on, that's a total lie. I've just started.
You do not love Miggy at all.
Very love-hate relationship with Miggy, but you know, when you look at Sean's stats, I mean, I'm not a massive stats nerd, but when you look at the amount of ground he's covering each game, just puts in the work to get into gaps where other people aren't, and pick up the ball and carry it on. Well, I would not like to see him go, but I think we need to move on. There was more news came out of the club today, Joe. The inaugural, easy for me to say, new fan advisory board from the club is. It's picked up a bit of a notice on NUFC Twitter, to say the least, and not in the best light, as there's a certain new member on said board who represents the international fans who's admitted to only supporting the club not long after the takeover went through.
It's not great, is it?
I don't think
I'm going to play devil's advocate though, right? Just for a second, because I know there's some speculation that she's some sort of sports lawyer or something. She might be connected in that role. So playing devil's advocate, we've got one member who's admitted to only being a fan since the takeover, right? What if that's someone who's going to bring to the table an unbiased view? So not quite looking at the club as a die-hard fan who's always going to want everything to be good for the city, who might make decisions or might push opinions that only look at the heart and don't look at the profit, which is something we do need to start looking at as well. What if that's the case? What if it's someone like that? And as well, I'm pretty certain they're only on board for a year, aren't they? Or is it 2?
yeah, it might be 2. I'm on the article now. So my only argument to that is I think there's been too much of people from outside the region making decisions about ticketing and in cases like that. When you see the amount of hospitality areas that are popping up in St James's at the minute, and you know, with the absolute chaos that's happening with away ends, the switch to digital ticketing, it just seems a bit out of touch for me at the minute. And I know people tend to point fingers at one person as to why that's all happening. It's the same person that did the job with Arsenal. I just think there's a bit of locality needed back at the club at the minute, just to kind of equal out what is going on as a fan going experience at the minute, because not everyone wants to turn up to the match 2 hours before. Like, some people literally get there just straight after work and have to get there 10 minutes before. And it used to be no bother. You used to get in straight away with a paper ticket. And while I'm on that rant, I love a paper ticket. I collect all mine. I love having that physical bit of memorabilia. And it's just, the amount of times you're getting stuck in queues at St James's now because the person in front of you, their ticket's not working, or you get up there and yours isn't working, which is the most embarrassing thing ever. It's just that there's something needs to be done about the fan going experience at the minute, and I don't know whether that the new fan zone. I know there was more developments came out about it today. I don't know whether that's going to help the home experience, but I know certainly for those that are going to the away games, there's something not right at the minute, and something needs to be done about that.
I've got to admit the whole like I mean, we saw it with there was a bit of a debacle not long ago with the women's game, with the Manchester United away game. It got put out that you would get a loyalty point for it, and instantly the tickets sold out within an hour or two. Which, obviously, no disrespect to the women's game, but they generally don't sell out that quick. It generally takes like a week or so. Um, and that just showed that this fan base at the moment, and again, not the diss with fan base or anything like that. I love with fan base, but you look at the fan base at the moment, it's very opportunistic, and you've got to wonder if that is that tourist sense coming in. These types of people who like, I can't remember her name, Natalie Noyes or something, who's been appointed to the board. She's admitted only obviously liking it since the takeover. When you've got fans who, I mean, Lee and Steve, they've seen them over in America, who love the club since the 90s. They can tell you stories from the club's resurgence, the entertainers era, all of that sort of stuff. Why are them types of fans not coming in, who are still knowledgeable enough to know how everything works and be that connected to the club? I think they are missing a few tricks at the moment. The fan zone, I think that needs to hurry up. I would love to get that involved so that there's more genuine fans just in and around on a match day. And for those fans who can't get tickets, like I don't always get the chance to get a ticket, and I would love to be up in the fan zone shouting and chanting and jumping about at all the men's games. But they need a bit more connection, and I do, in the long run, playing devil's advocate before now, my truthful opinion is I think it's a bit disgraceful bringing in people like this and sort of, I don't want to say the word selling the soul of the club because we're not quite there, and I hope we never get there, but it's kind of what it feels like a bit, doesn't it? Like the soul's getting pulled out. Don't
I
want
mean,
that.
especially when you've looked at how the whole ballot things work this year, it's not working. The whole reason why, I get why they're trying to clamp down on ticket touting, but by enabling people to have unlimited like accounts, like the membership should have been capped. And now what that's led to is you still go on these ticketing websites, and I mean, you look at some of the tickets for PSG at home and stuff for over 200, 300 quid, and it's just, I don't know where you stop it. I haven't got a clue myself in how you stop ticket touting, but I think the first thing for me would be capping memberships, and preventing people from so far like having accounts that's never had any kind of history with the club. But I mean, I would even go to say maybe you can only apply for membership if you've got a ticket history or some sort of history within the club website of either a ticket purchase or a piece of like a kit or something like that, to show that you're actually a paying for fan and not someone that's just looking to sell your ticket on. I don't know if for those that have been in the live chat and in the comments, do let us know what you think on the kind of whole ticket situation and this new kind of development of a new fan board at the club. As a whole, I think the fan board is a good thing and will probably lead to the correct decisions being made. But at the minute, decisions haven't been made right, Joe.
No, they haven't at all. I was a bit skeptical of having the fan board on because, in my opinion, I mean, I think Toon Pools put something out earlier on Twitter saying like the fan board's pointless because the most powerful tool in a football fan base is the fan base coming together united. And he
Yeah,
used the point of obviously the Super League. The Super League got taken down by fans straight away. And you look at our ownership, and a lot of the time they do stuff that links to the fans. I mean, I remember when they brought in, I think it was last year's run up to the Carabao Cup, when they brought in, if you come to the stadium an hour early, you'll get these free drinks and you'll get half
yeah.
price drinks and that. And I think that's excellent. I know loads of my mates and that now who are season ticket holders who they do go an hour before because of that, and they get everyone bouncing. If they could stick to that sort of thing, I don't see the very a big point of the fan board, because I very much doubt these people are actually going to go out there and come and talk to every single fan. You know, you're going to go around with clipboards on a match day and talk to everyone and get their opinions. No, you're not. And that's no diss to them. Like, I probably wouldn't do that. And you know how outgoing I am, and I probably wouldn't do that. So I like the idea of stopping the digital ticketing and changing the system somehow, changing the ballot somehow, because you're right, there's not enough fans getting tickets. And when it comes to ticket touting, I personally just think it's a nature of the beast, and you can
Yeah,
try and cut it down, but it's probably never going to ever disappear. People are always going to try and profit off this stuff. People are always going to try and profit off love and loyalty. So, you know, I think we need to get back to a way where the fans feel more connected again. So there's less of this stuff of, because it's getting to a point now where the fan base is imploding on itself at times after a match. If certain areas don't sing, right, well, yous are terrible for not singing, and yous are this for not singing. And it's like, how long? Why we're shouting at each other? Let's all come together and like actually make the voice heard. I don't know how to fix it at the minute. It's a hard one. It really is.
yeah. I mean, we've spoke about atmosphere plenty at home over videos on the channel. I said I think at the minute that the family area is extending too long over the top of the Millburn, and the Leazers corner needs to go back to being the single corner that it was. I would quite like to see the safe standing be extended to go around that corner. I think
Yeah.
that might help a little bit, and then you've got because at the minute what's happening is all the noise tends to come out the Gallagher in the strawberry corner, so that noise is coming out from out that roof and then just being lost because it's going straight up. It's not being matched with any audio coming from the other corner, really.
It's hard because like when I've been to the matches, close mate of mine, he's given his season ticket a couple of times to go to the matches. I'm linked to his account and all that sort of business, and he's in the strawberry corner, and you sort of there's this instant die off at the, because where he is, he's right on the edge of the strawberry corner, and there's this instant die off at the edge of the strawberry corner where the sound just sort of about say 4 or 5 thousand fans across, where there's just like not as much singing coming. And
Yeah.
I've said for a while that needs change, that needs moved. We need to have that whole. If you've got half the stadium in that sort of sense, the whole of the Gallagher, and then some more. I don't know how to do it. I know a lot of people talk about bringing like a full singing section in, and yes, that would be absolutely excellent. But you need to make sure it's spread out, so more people are coming and chanting, more people are coming and singing, more people are getting that atmosphere going. Um, I think as well the realistic side is a lot of the fans need to know that we're going to have these bad times. We're going to have low like blips, and we're forming that, and you've still got to sing through it all. You know, we've done it last season. We've overachieved through that, so let's do it again. Everyone needs to come together. It's hard. It's really hard. I don't know.
It is. It's something that like people have getting very passionate about as well. I think with how kind of gold tickets are now. But anyway, Fulham in the cup, Joe. Like we said, it could have been a lot worse. My heart dropped when I saw Liverpool get pulled out to play at home. But having a look at it, we've got a decent record as of recent against Fulham. I remember losing down there the second season. We went back down to the Championship, and they gave us that welcome to the Championship, Newcastle, and then we're giving them it back when we got promoted. And they stayed. They stayed down that year because it was us, Brighton and Huddersfield came up. But so yeah, we beat them 3-0 last month.
Well, I can't say we're really struggling against Fulham. I guess yes, magic of the FA Cup. They're going to come out and they're going to do some business, and they might score a goal, maybe. But even away, we're looking at where away form. It's on the up now. I think
Yes,
they'll do the business against Fulham, and we can start singing "Tell Me Ma, Tell Me Ma."
we've won the last four on the trot against Fulham.
Easy, easy, man. We'll smash them again.
They've been well. I mean, before we played them, they were in good form. But I mean, I would have loved a home draw to a lower league side. But to be fair to us, that hasn't been overly great for us. You know, when you look at Cambridge, Sheffield in the FA Cup, I think the higher up the leagues we can play, probably the better for us.
I think it's a testament to what we can do as well, because we go out there and we beat these big teams after big team after big team after big team. You look at the Carabao Cup, we got put out with Chelsea after putting out Manchester United and Manchester City. I'm proud of that, mate. I am proud of that.
I
Like,
mean, we were
happy
so
days.
close, well, so close to being that semi-final, playing Borough, and to have both derbies back within one season would have been amazing. Look, I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of buy Chelsea, so I kind of hope Villa, Borough go and surprise them tomorrow. But I think we all know Liverpool's probably going to take the Carabao Cup home this year. Hopefully, we can be there at Wembley at least at the semi-finals. That's another thing I don't agree with. Sorry that this has been very much a stream where it's like I don't agree with this, but I would like to be like the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I think it takes that little magic of you trip away to Wembley goes a bit when you play there in the semi-final, and then you go back for if you win, you're in Wembley for the final. Like there should be like a you go to a neutral venue like a Villa Park, Eddie Howe, not Old Trafford because it's fallen down, but like just somewhere else. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree fully. We should be in a different stadium, a full neutral stadium for the semis. How special Wembley is now as well. Like it's a different setting. It's something that should be. It's a world stage. Do you know what I mean? It's not just a national stage anymore. It's a world stage. The best teams have played in Wembley. So leave it for just the final. I would love for that to be changed. It would be gorgeous, and it'd make the singing the song so much more special as well, man. Oh God, it would. Oh, but as well, two away trips as well. Like majority of fans from the north and stuff like that making two away trips like that. That's a lot of money, hell of a lot of money. It's
It
I think
is.
that's doing the semi final and the final. It's catered more towards southern teams. But there's me bitching about that. Like us poor northerners.
Well, I think we're just the main hope is that the game's at a reasonable time for those that can get the train back. So I think the last train back from London's 10 o'clock. Now, see if it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. That's no good. So we'll pray and hope that that one's a reasonable time. Obviously, the games commence weekend starting at the 27th. But I think, Joe, I think that's all from us
That's
tonight.
pretty much everything covered.
Everything there. Wigan, Man United's just kicked off. Wigan have just came really close to scoring, actually. So uh, be sure to tune into that one. Check out the magic of the FA Cup, as they call it. Hopefully, I'm hoping there'll be an upset in that, and hopefully we can do an upset again in the FA Cup after the won it a few years back. But yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more. Obviously, got more coming. Joe, big weekend coming up for you.
Oh, massive, massive fourth round of the FA Cup for Newcastle United women. We are travelling down to the Lee Sports Village to face Manchester United women, who are high flyers, 2 leagues above in the Super League. If you didn't know, they've got the BBC Sports Personality of the Year and Euro Cup goalkeeper Mary Earps. It's going to be a challenge, but honestly, I think we can go down there and we can do the business in a sense of. I would love to win. To quote the legend himself, I would love it. I'd love if we went down there and beat them. Kevin Keegan, thank you very much. Honestly, I hope we can go down there and just do amazing, just put on a big show. You'll see it all on NFTV, the very best women's supporting channel in the whole of the Northeast. What can I say?
I can't wait to see it, mate.
Can't
Can't
wait.
wait to see it, and hopefully, like I say, magic of the cup. You never know. You never know. But thank you very much to everyone that's joined in on the stream tonight. Left your comments. We always appreciate it. Helps us massively. Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Thank